Addict.
Welcome to Recovering Addict. I am LT, your host. I am an alcoholic addict who is more than enthusiastic today.
Fleece Weaver, your co-host. I forgot about my mic. But I'm here, married to an alcoholic addict, here to answer any questions or just be here for you guys.
Who is excited about the future? I mean, come on. I just pulled my head. I heard this loud in August. I pulled my head right out of there. You know what I'm talking about. And I'm working on been 9 months since I started getting better. And the future is just looking so bright thanks to being sober, working my program, working recovery. That's what this channel is here for, is to educate on recovery, that we can grow together as a community, that we can find one another and help and support each other. I've been on the phone and on IM throughout the day with multiple other people in our group, and everything's just been amazing, man. Recovery is awesome. Are you guys excited about recovery? Like, excited about it? And if not, why not? Are you happy in recovery? Or what? If not, let me know. Let's talk about it. Let's say hi to everybody real quick. What's up, Marilyn?
Hi, Marilyn.
Petey and Sky. How you doing? David's in the house. We got Alan Green.
Patrick.
Gina. What's up?
Hey, Gina. Hi, Mama.
Whoa, my comments jumped
LT's
away
Mama.
from me.
I hate when it does that.
Where'd it go? Oh, Gina. Okay. Patrick. What's up, Patrick? My mom is in the house. Sky loves
Hello,
Raina.
Miss Raina.
What's up, Soupy and Kat? What's going on, Kat?
Hey, Tony.
Timothy Melton. How you doing?
What's up, Tim?
Doing? Good to see you guys, man. I'm excited about recovery. Life is so much better on this side of the addiction. Denise in the house? Sweet. Michael?
She's very excited about her future. Michael. Michelle. Michelle, you're terrible at names.
Oh, that's it, Michael? Excuse me.
Brenda Houseman.
Michelle, thank you for being here. Alexa in the house.
Al. She said we should call her Al.
I've just been talking to Dwight.
I don't know that one.
Alexa, stop. See? Every time. I should just unplug it during our live streams when you're here.
Carmen,
what's up?
In the world.
And there's Tony. All right, y'all. I've been talking to Tony behind the scenes. This guy right here. Boom. Looks just like me. Pretty much my brother. I'm pretty sure that's my brother right there.
Separated at birth.
Mom? Tony, our mom's watching. Mom, why didn't you tell me about Tony? I didn't know I had a brother, but he reached out and he's like, look how much we look alike. I was like, we must be brothers. So, Mom, you got to answer that question. Is it a twin? Did we get separated at birth? But on a serious note,
Hi, Mo.
Tony's looking for a sponsor. He's in our private Facebook group. He said he's going to post in there that he's looking for a sponsor, and he's kind of looking for a specific sponsor, someone that can relate to the opiates and the heroin type of addiction, where I could help somebody with meth because I done did that, and alcohol, and I drank enough for all of us like 10 times over. So I could really help somebody there. But if you've gone through what it's like to be the addict to that type of drug, if you've gone through the withdrawals, have you done any like the Suboxone stuff? Have you done, and got off Suboxone and now you're going through what it's like to come off of opiates? Because I really never know. I've done them one time, and that's when I had knee surgery and I hated it. I'd rather do meth and stay up for a month and go crazy. So anyway, long story short, look in the comments on our private Facebook group for Tony. He's going to ask for a sponsor. Please help him. Please help him.
Your mom said it was a surprise to her. Surprise.
There's our mom, Tony. Yeah, Alan said that's a good move, Tony. Good job throwing yourself out there too. The fact that you're just saying, hey, I mean, that instantly takes you to another level of accountability, which proves where your head is in recovery, and you're going to succeed. If you stay thinking the way that you're thinking about reaching out like you just did, you're going to succeed. And trust me, success in recovery is amazing. I don't know, man. I'm excited about recovery today, you guys. I'm pumped.
Marilyn said life is bright in recovery. She needs some sunglasses.
Yeah, we should all wear our sunglasses.
I need some sunglasses too.
Why you wearing sunglasses, LT? Because my little future's looking bright.
Man.
Man. That was a cool video. Right. Oh, I'm very excited too. Got fire under my horse. Yeah, me too,
Pirates
Kat.
in the house.
Speaking of somebody working their program, everybody give it up for Kat. I've seen her in Zoom meetings, and she's buying books, and she's writing stuff, she's following along, and I'll bet you her future looks bright as well. And that's why her arse is on fire. No problem, Tony. I'm glad you're here too. Sky, how you doing? How you feeling today? I mean, Mo. I read the comment. I meant Mo. Timothy Melton is absolutely happy. Aaron, there's a guy, his name's Tony. He's looking for somebody. Aaron, was your DOC opiate type stuff? I can't remember. Gina, Mo, Sky, hello there by Mr. Red.
Mr. Red. Red rum.
Yeah.
I need chapstick.
You're okay? Keep your head up, Mo.
Gotta keep your head
Gotta
up.
wear your shades. There's another guy working his program. I think we ought to. Where's my sunglasses? I'm going to get my sunglasses. Okay, hold on.
Ooh. I hope it's the yellow ones. Those ones are awesome.
No, I'm going to bust these ones out.
Ooh, those ones are awesome too. Aaron
Due to
said,
recovery, your guys'
opiates
future
and
is
meth.
so bright. I got to wear sunglasses during this stream. Woohoo! Well, I kind of like that.
That's trippy looking.
That's nice. Get them bright lights out of my eye. Well, then I can't read the comments. Crud.
What are they saying? I don't know.
No, seriously, I have to like this.
He wears his sunglasses at night.
You know I wear my sunglasses at night, Murd. Absolutely, I wear my
It
sunglasses.
is terrifying to drive with them at night.
That's just because I'm a crazy driver.
Even crazier with the sunglasses.
Brenda
Tracy in the house.
relapsed after 2 years and was on a vent and pulled through on Mother's Day. Oh, wow.
On a vent. Ooh.
Oh, man. How can we help you? I'm glad you're here. You look new to the situation. Well, let me tell you about what we do here. We're a recovering addict. We are on here every night at 8:00. We teach relapse prevention. We're going through books. We're learning education and recovery. Do you know why you relapsed? Have you looked back at your past? And because what we've learned here on this channel the last month and a half is that recovery is like a down escalator and you're walking up it, and if you stop, you start going down. The moment you stop is when relapse happens. The end result, because on your way down, the denial blinders hit you, and then all of a sudden you're putting a needle in your arm, you're swallowing pills, you're drinking a drink, you're smoking or whatever.
Carmen's going to jump in with some sunglasses too.
Yeah, I put my sunglasses. I have to have Felice read those for me. Woo, the future is bright tonight, guys. Woo.
Tracy's still sober. Atta girl.
Yes.
Was that day 4 or 5?
Good job, Tracy.
Brenda, she's watched this before. Loves us. We
Awesome.
love you.
Thank you, Brenda.
We love you.
Thanks for the support and encouragement.
I'm going to pull a Cassie. We're spreading that love.
Spread that love. Down, down, down.
I don't wink as good as Cassie, though.
Ting. Only Cassie has the ting.
Yeah. Hers is
Cassie's going to join us
beautiful.
live on here one of these nights, guys. When I say guys, I just mean people. Don't get all offended. Y'all. I can say y'all for.
So offended right now.
I'm gonna say y'all just for
So
Polly. Polly likes that word. Y'all.
Y'all.
There he is. What's up, Polly? What's up, cuz? What's up, cousin?
Open hill. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind.
People, places, and things. Ooh. Well, let's talk about people, places, and things. Let's open our big book real quick just
What
to jump
up,
on
Ep?
this.
Up in the house.
Then we will talk. We will read
That's my
through
brother.
our Kindle like we always do. But 417.
5 days. Round of applause. Poor Tracy. Awesome.
Oh, come on now.
I'll have you all know I am on day 11 of my sobriety from unhealthy eating.
All right, just got to throw this
Super
seed
hard.
out there for you. Get it all back in our brains. Acceptance is the answer to all my problems. Today, When I am disturbed, it is because I find persons, places, things, or situations, some fact of my life unacceptable to me. And I can find no serenity until I accept that person, place, or thing, or situation as being exactly the way it is supposed to be at that moment. And nothing, absolutely nothing, happens in God's world by mistake. Y'all get it?
Sky 5 days 2. Brenda 7.
Nice.
Round of applause for
What's
you
Mert
all.
at? 13 or 14?
Yes.
Facebook user. Hello.
Hello. Bloop.
If you guys are wondering why I'm wearing sunglasses, it's because my future's so bright due to recovery. I'm excited today. I had a great day today. Totally positive about what's going on here, what's going on with recovery, and just, man, and then I think about where I would be if I kept drinking. Oh my goodness, I would be I would be, it's 8 o'clock. I would be probably 3/4 through a fifth of whiskey, if not all the way done with it, and sleeping by now. For sure.
Naomi 4 days. So your girls are doing good.
Clean body, clean energy, clean energy. I love that. Clean energy, for real emotions too. And once you start because we numbed ourselves, man. Numb, and makes you dumb. I just made that up. That's mine.
Trademark.
We do. And then all of a sudden you come out of your addiction and you're like, whoa, what are these things? And they're emotions. And you got to figure out how to handle those. And then you got to learn these character defects. You're rewiring your mind, a good 7-8 months later, life starts panning out, man. And you just start getting through it, especially if you're really digging in like Kat and William and Aaron and Mert and everybody in there, everybody that's digging into their program.
Dig them hills
not
in.
only learning it, but practicing it, actively practicing it. And that's what we're going to get today, is talking about step 10 in our inventory. Now we got to continue. Nothing really is new anymore. We've done all the work in 1. We've made some decisions in 2 and 3. Boom. Our personality starts to change in 4 when we take that action, right? Our personality starts growing in step 5 when we talk to somebody about it and nail down the root cause. We look through the war story. We're getting rid of resentments. 7 and 8, we're praying to God humbly to remove those. Another decision's made in 8. You're becoming willing to get rid of fear and shame and guilt. And 9, boom, another action step. And now 10. That's what we're going to get into today. But first, let's read AA thought of the day.
All you non-addicts out there, pay attention. This applies to you. Al-Anon does the 12 steps as well, and they apply to your life. So pay attention.
AA thought of the day. It says, one of the finest things about AA is the sharing. Sharing is a wonderful thing because the more you share, the more you have. In our old drunken days, we didn't do much sharing. We used to keep things to ourselves, partly because we were ashamed, but mostly because we were selfish. And we were very lonely because we didn't share. When we came into AA, the first thing we found was sharing. Excuse me. We heard other alcoholics frankly sharing their experiences with hospitals, jails, and all the usual mess that goes with drinking. Here's the question for you and me. Am I sharing? And here's our meditation of the day. Character is developed by the daily discipline of duties done. That's what I was just hitting at. Be obedient to the heavenly vision and take the straight way. Do not fall into the error of calling Lord, Lord, and not doing the things that you should be doing. You need a life of prayer and meditation, but you must still do your work in the busy ways of life. The busy person is wise to rest and wait patiently for God's guidance. I needed to hear that. If you are obedient to the heavenly vision, you can be at peace. Here's our prayer of the day. I pray that I may be obedient to the heavenly vision. I pray if I fall, I will pick myself up and go on. Pick yourself up and go on. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Positively.
Can't see with those on.
You got company, Jenny. Hi, Mike.
Oh boy.
Hope you're enjoying.
Where were we?
Just start from the bottom, work your way up.
Started from the bottom. Now I'm here. All right, Dale. I had the sunglasses on because of recovery. My future is looking too bright, man.
Hollywood already? Well.
Yeah, Merc in the house. What's going on, Merc? Alicia, welcome. I'm glad you guys are all here. Loving it and loving recovery. You guys, I'm just pumped about recovery. Just pumped. So let's read this step 10 prayer. I pray I may continue to grow in understanding and effectiveness, to take daily spot check inventories of myself, to correct mistakes when I make them, to take responsibility for my actions, to be ever aware of my negative and self-defeating attitudes and behaviors, to keep my willfulness in check, to always remember I need your help, to keep love and tolerance of others as my code, and to continue in daily prayer how I can best serve you, my higher power. I can dig it. I can dig that. Is Teeter in the house? I saw Teeter getting a haircut today.
Teeter's with Jenny.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
I did have an eye problem this morning. I couldn't see myself staying at work, so I left.
I'm glad he left too because I had things to do.
Yeah, we had to get we're down to one vehicle, y'all, trying to get our finances in order.
Does that matter in self-reliance?
One of my son's posts saying 100 comments, he'll get her hair egged with them. Huh, yeah. Send me it. I'll comment 99 times. What did he say? Does that matter in self-reliance? What does what matter? What'd I miss?
I think what you read.
Can you kind of, Timothy, with that question, just be a hair more specific? This is a knucklehead you're looking at right here. I always wear sunglasses because my brown gold eyes hold magical powers. And if a woman looks into my eyes, she will fall in love. It's for the rest of the safety of the women.
Oh, that's nice. I had a lady once tell me my eyes were black like my soul. So
It's true.
that's way better.
It is true. That's funny. I liked that reading too, Mo. It was a good one. Epi says, the Lord's job was to make you an individual, unique. Recovery is realizing you tried to be someone else and learning to accept the perfect individual you were. Remembering that person and sharing that person is our new goal. Year 1 was hard. Year 10 is awesome. Reliving what I need to be. You're 10 years sober, bro?
Awesome.
Dang. It's way awesome, bro. You guys are in New Mexico? New Mexico?
I have family there. Probably know all my cousins.
Shout outs
Everywhere.
to Chris. Hope you're all tuned in. Glad to hear from you. These meetings are awesome. Thanks, Naomi. And shout out to Chris and whoever else is watching from those places. And it's mine.
Welcome, John.
You're referring to heard from others such as IOP. I still don't get it. I don't get it.
We talk too fast, Tim.
You got to realize, you guys, when you do, if you're answering my question and then you comment, it takes anywhere from 8 to 15 seconds for the comment to pop up to me. So it's almost a 30-second loop before I'll see your comments again. And 30 seconds ago, yeah, I can't remember that. Gotta, if you have like a real specific thing that I said that you want to nail down, that's kind of something I'm just zipping through, try to just be real clear on it, because
Brittany, day 5. Lots of day 5ers in here.
Yeah,
Y'all
what's
should
up?
talk to each other.
it's a great support. Oh yeah, she told us that the other day.
Yeah.
Very good. Albuquerque. I'm on my way to Albuquerque. Reminds me of Bugs Bunny.
I had to mail something to Albuquerque, and I didn't realize how many QUEs were in Albuquerque. It was tripping me out.
Good job, Will. Welcome thanks for being here. I'm glad you're here. Hey, if you guys are brand new here on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button, like it, and share this with your friends and family that may need to understand what addiction is, because a lot of times people are an addict, and I get to share my experience of addiction. But a lot of people have somebody that they affected as the addict, and the person that it was affected had to see through the addict to the real person we are as we start becoming who God created us to be, clean and sober. And the people that have supported us through that, they definitely need to recover as well. And so Felice here can help with that. So anybody you think or know that's addicted or affected by drugs and alcohol, we're here to help in all ways that we can.
But for now, the biggest advice I'll give you is let them experience the consequences of their actions. That's like the main number one thing.
Day 5 flying in. Good job, Jerry. Yes. Good job. Hello, family. Congratulations. We'll keep up the good work. Off to a brilliant start. Amen. All y'all are. And that's what we're here to learn is relapse prevention. I almost want to go through this book again. This book was amazing. For those of you that were here and got to go through that book with me, that was very educational. This book's been really good too. Right now we're going through The Steps We Took by Joe McHugh, and we are going to jump into step 10 right now.
Thanks, Polly. That's just the difference in our personalities. I'm the laid back one and he's the opposite.
What'd he say? Please believe me, you don't speak fast at all. You have a very calm.
Like bladder.
Very calm. Telling yourself, LT was laughing when I said calm on the phone. Yes, I was. You guys are fulfilled. You guys talk on calm. I was like, calm? You mean calm? What did Crystal say? Yeah, welcome to the newcomers. What's up, Crystal? I just saw that your message came through. I'll respond to you. And we can set up a time in a day. I'd love to. I'm excited to do it. I like Fridays, Saturdays, or Sundays, or any day that ends in Y.
Yes, the 5-day club is strong today. It's strong in here today.
You should have said it like Yoda.
I know.
I read it in Yoda.
I read it in Yoda too, and it almost came out in Yoda.
5-day club strong it is.
In here, in. I don't know. I quit.
Love, courage, tolerance, patience. These are powerful things that we can use in our lives. Step 10 is there to nurture these things. They're unlimited. And as we practice them on a daily basis, we find they continue to grow. Step 10, continue to take personal inventory, and where we were wrong, we promptly admitted it. So there's an article I want to read. It's right here. I'm going to put it in the comments in case you guys want to save it for later. On alcohol.org, and it's the purpose of step 10. That's a short article, so I'll read through it, and we'll read through a little bit and then talk and read through a little bit, just like we do, just like we always do. Let me get this set here. All right, so up to this point in your recovery, steps 1 through 9 have taught you to see the truth about your behavior and how the rest of the world responds to your actions. With this awareness, you can now clearly see what is going on during every moment of your day.
Have a good night, Alicia.
Good night, Alicia. The purpose of AA's 10th step is to demonstrate to yourself that you have the ability to control your actions. You have the ability to control your actions. I know. It's hard. I know. It's difficult for me. I had to do a step 10 today. Take my inventory because I had destructive anger, and I haven't had destructive anger for quite some time now. But I got to my desk. I'm doing my thing, and I don't want to be there anyway. So I'm already trying to, I'm justifying now. Great. There's another one. I apologize. But I look over and my hand sanitizer's gone. I have a big bottle of hand sanitizer on my desk. I jump up and every curse word came out of my mouth. The one supervisor that sits next to me, he's looking at me like, whoa, LT's like really mad for reals. And I slid my chair and slammed it into the thing. And so, I had destructive anger today and I didn't control myself. So in step 10, I go and I realized what my problem was. I was tired. It was the morning. I didn't want to be there. My attitude is already a struggle, And so it just happened and I didn't stop and think. Just look around for a minute before you freak out. But it was over a couple cubicles. So whoever took it, I'm coming for it. No, just kidding.
I'm going to put this in perspective if it's the giant one I'm thinking of.
Was it you?
Do you remember where we got it from?
No, that's not the one.
Okay.
That was like 8 years ago.
But it's this big. It takes forever.
No, I stole this from somebody else.
Oh, okay. Then it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. You are no longer functioning like a robot under the weight of old habits or while not thinking about what you are doing. We're new people now. We have after doing steps 3 and 4 and 8 and 9, we have deeply looked at what our character defects are. Not only have we looked at our character defects, we've analyzed the past and saw the exact nature of our wrong. So now these things pop in front of our face and we should recognize them immediately. And that's when we have that choice, act out in them or not, because we're not robots that just do it mindlessly anymore. Step 10 isn't always going to be easy to define or understand. Of course, you are aware of your actions, but are you taking inventory and admitting when you are wrong or when you've done wrong? This personal responsibility is critical to the successful recovery from alcohol addiction. An example of working step 10 might be getting angry when someone cuts you off in traffic. Just as you begin to form the profanities to hurl from your open window, you recognize that the other driver will not be improved by your anger, and it would benefit more for your demonstration of the right way to react to anger or stress. So at that moment, car cuts you off, or you just disagree with whatever they did in traffic because, we own the road. And you start to do that, what we normally would do in our knee-jerk reaction, which I would, this is what I would do. I either ride their tail so they can see me. I flip them off when they look back at me in the mirror, and you mean mug them the whole time you drive by. And it did nothing to make the situation better. And honestly, I started realizing when I get to work, a day goes by and I think about how many traffic experiences you really remember. You almost just are on autopilot anyway. So at that moment, you have the chance to actually improve the situation by smiling as you pass the driver, even if it's not a real smile, by responding to a conflict or anger with grace. You have used step 10 and you've actually improved the situation. You've slowed down. You've dissipated any possible danger that could have caused from road rage, wrecks, or anything like that. Your heart rate isn't fast. You didn't get adrenaline, and now you're angry and you're stressed out, and possibly lead to another incident down in your day because it'll just kind of snowball. No,
hey, Lisa. Lisa's in the house. Lisa. Oh, so let's just keep swimming.
Oh, sweet.
I just seen it. But Dwight can totally relate to your destructive anger.
I've been dealing with my anger management the past couple. I'm a hothead. That's the truth. I'm a hothead.
Being aware is one thing. Ownership is a completely different level. Ownership shows growth.
Amen. People say I have Tourette's when I get mad.
Yeah.
I got Tourette's. Simon.
There's Simon.
Yes.
I knew I seen him.
How you doing, man? We hope you're doing well too, man. Good to see your face. Good to see your comments. I love it. You know how that works? Today wasn't not my day. Yeah. Some days aren't our days. Lisa, how are you?
Hi, Lisa. Crystal. For me, can't speak for anyone else, but for me, anger gives me a false sense of control, an illusion of control, because one of my character defects is always being in control.
Oh, yeah. The madder you are, the more they'll listen, I'll bet you. Oh, yeah. Heck yeah, that's illusion, so true.
But really, the anger's in control.
Yeah, but you're really under control of the anger. Oh, weird. I love that.
Simon, here's Lisa here. What great.
Another example might be that you don't get a recent promotion. Your boss tells you due to your work performance and you disagree. And because you're angry, you tell your boss off. So working step 10 doesn't mean that you don't get angry ever again.
Have a good night,
that
Kat.
You don't make mistakes. It means that if you do, you admit when you're wrong. So immediately after your outburst, you calm down, you apologize to your boss for any inappropriate reaction. Step 10 doesn't require you to go into a long explanation about why you're wrong or to make excuses for it. It requires only that you admit you're wrong. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry.
I was wrong.
Your nose is bleeding.
But I was wrong.
But I'm wrong.
Here's a tissue.
Please don't call the cops.
Is that how that works?
Sometimes. Sometimes that's how it works.
And then hug it out. Sometimes you just need to hug it out.
Yeah. Oh, Timothy, he's one of those scary guys.
Ooh, silent one.
The silent ones are scary. You don't know. I mean, he's just like boiling. He's like boiling pot of water. You don't even know it's boiling. And all of a sudden, you
Except
get
for
burned.
his face probably gets real red. And he scowls.
He's probably got a pretty mean brow.
I bet you got a good scowl. You kind of are very intimidating just by your picture.
Philip's in the house? All right. What up, Philip? Trower. Hopefully I said that right.
Well, looks good to me.
Right on. Glad you're here. Glad you're friends with Dwight. That is so cool. Epi says, I've only been able to lose my anger, but remembering what I will lose when I get angry. I'm realizing I have too much to lose and that it could lead down. It's true.
Yeah.
And there's been those stupid, silly fights where somebody punches somebody and it's just the right mathematical equation and the person dies. And total accident, just because they were angry. That's good insight there, Epi. I'll show you. I'll hurt me. That is so true. It's like drinking at somebody. I'll screw you. The program is showing me because I was obviously that. Good insight, Crystal. That's awesome. So the periodic review is basically taking stock of where you are and what you need to do to ensure you stay on the path to recovery. The periodic review is similar to the daily review that you ask yourself the same questions, but rather than reflect on the previous 24 hours, you're looking back over a month or more. Each year, take stock of promises you made in previous steps. And I like that because that requires that you're actually doing work and writing things down and keeping them, except your step 4. If you want to destroy that one, that's up to you. There's 2 ways to do step 4, but that means you got to be putting in the work. And I've actually been collecting my work since step 1. I got it all right here. And on top of that, I got a book report. I got a character defects study. I got my life story in here. And that's just 1 through 5. And it has a relapse prevention plan. And then I got 7 through 12 right here, or 6 through 12 right here. I'm almost done with step 7 that I'll be keeping. And so every few months, go back through and read what you wrote and see if you're on track to what you were thinking then, how much you've grown now. And some of the stuff that I put in my relapse prevention plan were promises I made so that I wouldn't relapse. And one of them, and I was talking to my counselor about this today, was putting myself in a position that I have to live above reproach. And that's throwing myself out here every night at 8:00. If I slip up now, there's lots of people I'm going to disappoint.
And I'm going to tattle.
And Fleece will tell
I'll
everything.
probably really just be right here crying like me. But good night, Aaron and Gina. Have a good night. Glad you could tune in for a little bit.
Aaron sleep or going to bed too? Yeah. About 7 months back at dinner, these kids are running all over, taking silverware off the table, standing with shoes on the table. I let it go, but it was building. He ran by, smacked him on the chair, it lost. I screamed out of control. Kids, then little guy makes the mistake. Who are you talking to? Oh, wow. Now I'm going to do something. Bad move. I hate threats more than anything. I got this guy. Oh, man. I bet you scared the Jesus out of him, too.
Yeah, you're a big dude.
My brother's silent. He's the opposite of me. What? So step 10 keeps your house clean and is not about being perfect. Everyone makes mistakes, but owning up to them settles conflict before it can fester and become blown out of proportion. The 10th step of the Alcoholics Anonymous is a natural progression from step 9, where you make amends. Step 10 helps you to keep your commitment to better behavior by serving as a motivator to act in a manner that doesn't require you to owe any apologies. So how many times, this is my question for everybody, how many times in your active addiction Did we say we were sorry without the slightest intent of changing our behavior so that we wouldn't have to say sorry again? How many times did you say sorry to anybody out there without the slightest intent of ever changing your behavior so that you wouldn't have to say sorry again? Working the steps gets us up to step 9, where we actually say a sincere apology, and then we don't ever have to apologize again because we've set ourselves up for success in the way that we behave and treat people. So the commitment to better behavior by serving as a motivator to act in a manner that doesn't require you to owe any apologies. So now, because you've made those apologies, you've recognized your behavior, you've said true sorries so that you don't have to say sorry anymore. Step 10 helps you accomplish this by taking personal inventory, by avoiding situations that you would have to apologize. And when you do slip up and you are wrong, you promptly admit it. I'm sorry. You get it over with. Boom. It's done. And you move on and you remember and you learn. Alcoholics Anonymous is an alcohol addiction treatment. Well, yeah, there's their thing. But I put that link in the description if you guys want to read it.
We'll start here.
Remember, step 4 isn't just telling yourself what you don't like about at the time, but remember there's so much more you want to be a good person. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, please. You guys need to come visit for
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Fire pits and backyard. I love that stuff.
campouts. They make marshmallows now with chocolate in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
Except for I don't eat those anymore. Just kidding.
Maybe this summer, when it gets summertime, we have a fire. We light big fires over here. Maybe we'll do a live stream outside by the fire.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Put the lights on us and then throw the big fire on behind us. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I think we'll do that. Let's do that. That would be fun.
How do I encourage family support in the middle of a drunking tangent?
How do I encourage family support in the middle of a drinking tangent? Who's drinking? Who are you trying to support? Are they drinking? Are you sober and they're not? It depends on what's going on. Are you on the outside looking in at a family that has a person drinking and that other person's not drinking? What does the situation kind of exactly look like? And we could probably help you with that one.
Yeah, it can be tough.
Ah, Sky knows what's up. I'm glad you didn't throw a fit. We don't want to see that. Honesty, open mind, and willingness. Daily. Yes. Amen. Yeah. Up until the moment, I didn't have to apologize as I stopped doing the things I was apologizing for. So, yeah, sweet. Feels good, doesn't it? All right, where are we at here? Not a chance I'm hungry. Halt. That's a good one.
Not a chance if I'm hungry, though.
Yeah.
That hanger is a powerful thing.
Hangry boy. I'll hangry backhand somebody right out of their shoes.
Powerful thing.
People got sick of me saying sorry and didn't want to hear. Yeah.
It gets old when you say it over and over again for the same thing.
Meaningless. If we have a cookout, Michael Teeter has to bring spaghetti. That's the rules.
Does he make bomb spaghetti?
Yeah. He said all the ingredients are on his Facebook page, so stock it.
Okay.
It's like he doesn't mess around with that fake spaghetti sauce. He makes.
Oh, I bet it's the bomb.
Oh yeah.
I'll put mine on spaghetti squash.
Oh, I didn't
or
eat it.
Zucchini noodles. Zoodles. They have a name.
Actions
you and your
speak louder
uncle.
than words. Got in a spat with my husband tonight, and it was all over the guacamole. That's a touchy subject. My character defects impatience.
Guacamole is delicious.
Impatience, but I didn't want to eat without him. He was dying. He got so and then it turned brown and yeah.
Throw a little lime in it. It'll be fine. So back to Tim. Did you answer Tim? It's him and his uncle. I'm assuming you're the sober one and your uncle is the drunk.
Well, I would suggest planting seeds in him when he's sober. Hit him in the morning before he kicks off into his ritual of, that's drinking time. And draw a boundary and say, if you're going to be drinking, I will not be around it. And then, like Felicia said earlier, let them reap the rewards of their alcohol addiction. Don't help in what is that called?
Don't enable.
Don't be an enabler. Let him suffer the consequences on his own. You say, hey, if you're going to act like this, I choose to not participate. I'm over here. That way, if he's going to go drink and drive, you warn him, don't do that, because it's in the best interest. But if you can't control people, they're going to do whatever they're going to do. And so catch him when he's sober, love him on him when he's sober. But when he starts drinking, remove yourself from the situation.
Yeah. At that point, it's pointless to even try to communicate.
And understand the powerlessness you have over him. All you can do is love him from a distance if you have to, and support him when he needs true support, not enabling support. And don't stress out about it. Leave it in God's hands. Oh yeah. You were drinking that behavior while you drink. You want to stop, change to be yourself again when sober. Try not to drink and stay yourself. Amen. Yeah, exactly. That's his specialty.
It's not too bad. I've had better.
I like making spaghetti with spicy sausage and then adding hot sauce. I like spicy stuff, though. Don't believe me anymore, even if I show proof to them. You're trying. Give it time. Give it time. It'll come around. You have a lot to undo, and it's not going to happen overnight, so be patient with it. Sow your house.
That anxiety in your family will be there probably for a long time.
Yep. Yeah. No worries, Jeffrey. We're glad you're here. Yep. Step 10. It's called gravy.
Gravy is brown. It goes on potatoes.
Oh, yeah. Or biscuits. I hate when someone says I'm sorry rather than I'm sorry for this or that. Simply, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. That's so true. They're not even thinking about it. They're just like, how can I get out of this awkward situation and run away? You're welcome, Naomi. It's almost 11 p.m. here in South Carolina. Got to go to bed. All right. Good night, Crystal. Thanks for tuning in. Sleep well. I watched Teeter Megan. I'll see if it looks. I saw the pictures too, man. It looked good.
There was like a video?
I didn't see any video, but I saw the pictures. Snuck in during lunch hour. Sweet.
Awesome. Hi, Aubrey.
Glad you're here, Aubrey. Tell everybody at work I said hi. It's spicy. Making me hungry.
I know.
All right. And on that note,
ownership. Yes.
Let's listen to the quote of the day.
Hello, good people. I'm back today with your motivational quote here on Recovering Addicts. Swallow your pride. You will not die. It is not poison. Bob Dylan. Like that one. As always, let's bring it together, guys, and we'll continue spreading that love.
I like that one. Swallow your pride. It's not poison.
Yeah, swallow that pride.
You're going to die.
You're not going to choke on it.
Speaking of apologies.
Even though it does feel like you're about to choke on it. I can't do this. My ego. 20 years of relapse and recovery before I realized people were listening. I just wasn't hearing much but myself. You're welcome, Timothy.
Addiction
I hope that
is
helps.
A selfish disease.
Being this far removed from your situation, I can't give you too much specifics, but in a broad way, that's what I would do. I actually have done with my dad. He's where I believe where he is, and I drew a boundary, and we have to. It's been years and years and years and years,
and we know you love him, and you want to help him, and you want him to quit, and you want your family to help him to quit, but he's the only one that can make that choice. So you can be there for support and influence, but he's got to do it. He's got to want to do it.
The death toll for COVID-related deaths is more than addiction-related deaths, and I had to swallow. You wanted to be right so bad, though, I'll bet. Yep, just like Cassie's quote of the day. Nodding my head.
Excellent indeed.
Humble pie, that's what I call it. Go give him a big old humble pie. Let him eat that for a minute.
Slice of humble pie.
That's cool. Prompt. Good job. That's step 10. That's what we're talking about. That is what we're talking about. All right. I'm just going to go through the first page of this book because I think I can wrap up step 10 pretty quick in one show tomorrow night, but I want to study it more. I read it and I was just like, man, this is worth more of a study than. If I can't give it pretty much my all, the best I can, then I don't want to bring it to the table. But the key to understanding the 10th step is the word continued. After we have finished the work in the first step 9, there's really nothing new, but instead it's a continuous working we've already done. If we go back through the steps, we see that the first personality change occurs after step 4. We've begun to learn tolerance, patience, goodwill toward all men, even our enemies. Now, if you got your big book handy, grab it and turn it to page 70.
Hey, that's how old Raina's going to live to.
Big book, page 70. And on the 70th page, the third paragraph down. If we've been thorough about our personal inventory, we've written down a lot. Like I said, keep all your work and actually do the work and write it in your own hand, in your own penmanship, not typing it. We have listed and analyzed our resentments. We have begun to comprehend their futility and their fatality. We have commenced to see their terrible destructiveness. We have begun to learn tolerance, patience, and goodwill toward all men, even our enemies. For we look on them as sick people. Understanding character defects and understanding resentments and understanding where we become to get healthy in our minds. And we can see people living in their character defects. And instead of us attacking them for being there, we understand that their eyes aren't open to the recovery world yet. You know what I mean? In sense of living a better life on life's terms and being able to tolerate with patience and love. And so that's how we look at them. And that's what this big book tells us, written years and years and years ago. For we look on them as sick people. We have listed the people we have hurt by our conduct, and we are willing to straighten out the past if we can. That's page 70. That's a good one.
Oh, good night, Miss Swimming or Mr. Swimming.
What?
I don't really know.
I'm not saying.
And
Night, just
Dwight.
keep swimming.
Good night, Dwight.
And Dwight, have a good night. We'll put that in the mail first thing in the morning. You're welcome. You are 100% welcome. So, and then we get a lot of growth after step 5 and a lot of growth again after step 9. All the growth will come through the action steps. We don't get any real growth out of our identifying the problem in step 1 or finding the solution in step 2. Step 3 is just a decision. And we don't get any growth from making a decision. All the real growth comes from steps 4 and steps 9. That's the scary stuff, you know? That's the stuff where you're putting yourself out there. You're changing your personality. If we examine step 10, we see it as a continuous practicing of those steps. 10 is a continuous practicing of steps 4 and 9 on a daily basis. There is no way we could enter a program like this and remain the same. That is true.
That's true.
There is no way you can enter a program like this and remain the same. So if you come across people who say, I've done this 12 steps, they don't work. Read to them chapter 5, how it works. They weren't honest. And if you see, and they're not being honest, because if their life hasn't changed by actually putting in the work, and what does putting in the work mean? That means sitting, meditating, reading, writing down, and practicing. And if you're not doing those things, you're not going to grow.
Well, I just thought of something.
What'd you think of?
Even non-alcoholics should practice the 12 steps because it's good for the human body.
And that's a realization of everybody when they're in recovery. Good point, son.
John says, what do you do when you feel like nothing is working for you?
That's when you be patient. You may, and I'm just guessing here, but from what your comment says, it feels like like I get. Like, why isn't this working? Why isn't it happening? Because if you're actually putting in the work, if you're reading, you're writing down the steps and you're practicing, your addict mind could possibly be desiring to be compulsive like me, desiring to have it right now instead of letting God's timing. Remember all the God's timing we talked about and actually apologizing and saying you're sorry. It's about being patient. Give it time, work them, pray, and learn to just throttle back. Recovery ain't going to happen overnight. I'm 9 months into it now, and I'm just starting to feel like every day is getting a little more exciting. But for the first 6, it was a battle. For the first 3, I relapsed after 2 months. I had 3 shots of whiskey, and I was living in my addict mind. And then just a month ago, I was freaking out because I couldn't deal with the emotions of dealing with what I deal with where I work. And I don't know, this month is becoming a little different. I see it. It's just awesome. Just be patient. I can't imagine what somebody 2 years feels like. I can't wait to hit my 2-year mark.
Dwight says, thanks. I'll be watching for the mailman like I used to watch through the blinds during active addiction.
Watching for the mailman like you used to be watching for the police.
The big book tells us to continue to watch for selfishness, dishonesty, resentment, and fear. And we discovered those things in the 4th step. When we find them, we discuss them with another person, which is step 5. So if we see those things happening into us, we can call our sponsor or just throw it in the comments like Tony did, or just to your spouse. Hey, this is what I'm seeing in myself. I'm seeing one of these, and that's actively practicing step 5 as you move through life. We asked God to remove them, which is step 6 and 7. And if we have harmed anyone, we make amends, which is step 9. So really 10 is a continuous practicing of 4 and 9 on a daily basis. You've made the decision. So now you take your inventory in step 4. Is there any resentments? Oh, in step 5, you tell somebody, and you ask God to remove them. Then you walk up to somebody and say, I'm sorry. This is where it starts doing a circle back on itself. As we practice these steps over and over, we will learn more and more about ourselves. John, how long did you say you were clean? You're only 2-3 months, right? And then how long were you in your active addiction?
Oh, that's a good idea, Sky. You should buy the step workbook.
Yes. You know what? I will find a good step workbook, and I'll make sure there's one in the links, in the description links. And
Nailed it.
bing. Thanks, Aubrey. So we will see more and more character defects, and we will discuss them with someone else in step 5. We will learn more and more in the big book, page 83. As we ask God to remove them, they will become less and less. As we make amends to other people, our relationships with people will grow better and better. And we're going to meet people that met us, 2 years into recovery, never knew us as an addict. They're going to think we're one of the greatest people on the planet that they've met, and not realize what it took to get us there.
Ooh. And then you have the friends that only know you're addict and left you because you're an addict.
Yeah. There's going to be people that think we're amazing, and there's going to be people that we hurt that will never forgive us.
Yeah.
Yep. Welcome to life.
Desmond says, never be in a hurry in recovery. Try and enjoy the journey.
Amen, Desmond. Enjoy the journey.
Enjoy the
John,
journey.
enjoy the journey. Exactly what Desmond just said.
I like that.
I was actually told that by my counselor. Are you enjoying the journey? So when we finish step 9, we get to the promises. For all intents and purposes, we have recovered. We have put our lives in order. And that's all I want to get to, because this starts breaking down 3 dimensions of life: the spirit, the mind, and the body. And I want to actually be able to I want a good study on that if I'm gonna start breaking down some dimensions. But that was a good intro to step 10, I believe. So when we finish step 9, we get the promises. And what are the promises?
I don't know. You should tell us.
Yeah, I think I will. When we are going to know a new freedom and a new happiness. We will not regret the past nor wish to shut the door on it. We will comprehend the word serenity, and we will know peace. No matter how far down the scale we have gone, we will see how our experiences can benefit others. The feeling of uselessness and self-pity will disappear. We will lose interest in selfish things and gain interest in our fellows. Self-seeking will slip away. Our whole attitude and outlook upon life will change. Fear of people and economic insecurities will leave us. We will intuitively know how to handle situations that used to baffle us. Boom, that's step 10. In the midst of step 10, you're living life recognizing situations that used to baffle you, and you're handling them more mature than what is called mature out there now. And then if you on a bad day, we slip up, we throw a fit, you promptly admit it. We will suddenly realize that God is doing for us what we could not do for ourselves.
Ready for a question?
I'm ready for a question.
So your house, how long does it take for a person to not think about alcohol after a relapse?
That's kind of subjective. Well, I guess it can be objective. I'm sure it's different for everybody. I've been getting better since August. It's 9 months or more ago. And I still think about it almost every day. I don't think about it to like, oh, I wish I could drink. I would say 4 months ago, I was still, even a month ago, I had a trigger watching this show. The guy went and he was a lawyer, had a bad day in court, and it sticks out to me. He went to the store, grabbed a 12-pack, came in the house, having a bad day, walked past his wife, went to the porch, said he drank all his beers, went and slept it off, and then boom, he didn't go down the drains. He just drank one night, and I was like, man, I wish I could do that. And then Tommy set me straight, the America's greatest sponsor, Polly's sponsor. He set me straight on that thought process. But you're never, ever going to stop thinking. There's always going to be this desire, this imagination. Your addict mind's going to always trying to wave this proverbial carrot in front of your face to get you to go that direction. That one day, just one day, I'm going to be able to be a temperate drinker. One day. And us addicts and alcoholics is just not in the plan for us. We're not the type of minds and bodies. When we go after something, we go after it. And when it feels good, we want it to feel better. And then when it starts feeling better, we want to increase that better until it's amazing. And that amazing there's a limit, I mean, we always crash and it ends up being worse. So,
and when the craving gets so bad that you feel like you're going to drink, chocolate milkshake.
Drink a milkshake. Yeah.
LT drank a lot of chocolate milkshakes.
I did. What did Albert say? 4 and 9, 4 and 9, 4 and 9.
Yeah, that was while you were still reading. He said, plain and simple, he loves 12 promises.
Amen.
And Naomi says, God is great.
God is great. There's no doubt about that.
Now to Jerry.
I believe trying is with the intent to fail. Do or do not. There's no try. At the end of the day, it's either you did or you did not. Yeah. Let me show you how that makes sense to me, Jerry. You see this card? Take that comment off of there.
Okay.
You see this marker? Link, try to pick up that marker. No, you picked it up. Try to pick it up. You either do or you don't.
Whoa. Whoa.
That's how I see it.
That was crazy.
I'm right with you, Jerry. Right here, man.
That was crazy. You either do or you don't.
Took Tim a year, but I stayed away from it, and that worked for him. Sky said she heard that pepper essential oil helps. Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah, I can see that. Hardest part of the 10 years was working at a bar. Wow. Nope. Couldn't have done that. And there are other ways in their own places of recovering relapse when they're. I suggest highly, Epi's that's a 1 out of 100 type situation. If you're an alcoholic, I would highly suggest not working in a bar. Any of those high risk situations, a party house, if you're in a frat house in college, whatever, I couldn't do it. There's no way I could work in a bar right now. Nope. In 2 years from now, I couldn't work in a bar.
Yeah, do you want to finish?
All within reason. Maybe it's just a deeper look into etymology or the
words we use.
Dad, I don't think you would.
Once you said that to me, it hit home with me and helped me tremendously.
I think I know you wouldn't work in a bar, Dad.
Bingo!
Yeah.
Dad, I think I know you.
Trying is lying.
Huh?
I think I know why you wouldn't work in a bar.
Why?
Because you wouldn't fit.
What if it was big?
What if it was big?
Marilyn loves your red coat.
Costco.
So does Murray.
Said great analogy and display. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing that up. That's a good point.
Same as being stuck on a decision. Do or do not.
Yeah.
Stay away from wet places.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep.
The whole barbershop thing. The whole barbershop thing. Let me see here. $276 days ago, I started getting better. My clean date is 8/19/19. Keep coming back, everybody. Meetings keep us in touch with where we've been, but more importantly, with where we could go in our recovery. That's the basic text, page 56. In many ways, addicts are different. When we came to Narcotics Anonymous, we found others like ourselves, people who could understand us, whom we could understand. No longer did we feel like aliens, strangers, wherever we went. We were at home in NA meetings among friends. We don't stop being addicts after we've been clean a while. We still need to identify with other addicts. We continue coming to NA meetings to keep in touch with who we are, where we've come from, and where we're going. Every meeting reminds us that we can never use drugs successfully. Every meeting reminds us that we will never be cured, but that by practicing the principles of the program, we can recover. And every meeting offers us the experience and example of other addicts in an ongoing recovery. At meetings, we see how different people work their program, and the results are apparent in their lives. If we want the lives we see others living, we can find out what they've done to get where they are. Narcotics Anonymous meetings offer us identification with where we've been and where we can go. Identification we can't do without and can't get anywhere else. That keeps us coming back. Just for today, I will attend an NA meeting to remind myself of who I am, where I've come from, and where I can go in my recovery. Oh, you're welcome, Timothy. Unfortunately, I got to go. That's okay. No worries, brother. Every single one of you. No worries. All right. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen.
Amen.
Hit that like button on your way out, everybody.
And the link to the private Facebook is in the chat. If you scroll through, you'll find it.
Woohoo! Right on, Marilyn. Can't wait. Yeah, amen, Epi. Amen. Day 4, I'll have 30 days clean. Ooh, do we have that written down? I hope that's written
In
down.
4 days. I'm sure it is. Let me make sure.
Okay. We're going to make sure that's written down, Jeff.
Jeff.
Tomorrow night, 8:00 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We will be here just as always. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and now we are on Twitch.
I don't have you on here, Jeff. I'm going to make a note.
Yeah.
Jeffrey
Well, it's on Twitch.
Route.
Do you believe?
Okay, we got you. 4 days, 30 days.
4 days. What is 4 days from now? What is today?
21, 25.
9 days.
Alrighty. What else we got in the comments?
9 days, Dwight.
Yeah, Facebook user. He'll take another 24. Right on. Good job on you. Good job on you. All right. Well, like I said before, we are here every night at 8:00. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Please like and share these videos. Share my YouTube videos if you can, please. I'm trying to get that channel up to 1,000 subscribers. We're at 667. Getting close. We're getting close. If you could help us out by throwing that out there, that's one awesome way you can support this channel is by helping it grow. Until we see you guys tomorrow at 8, stay strong, work your program, and remember, we recover better together.